assists, points, and total face-off winning percentage. He has won the Bobby Clark Trophy as the team's most valuable player 4 times. Our captain, number 88, Eric Lindros.
Here's Lindros. Sidestepping a check, moving in across the line, trying to get away from another one. Still has the puck, can't get it deep, however. And the cat's clear, but not out. Here's Recchi with a pass to Lindros. The shot, score! Lindros gets this one, the third power play goal of the game for the Flyers, and it's 4-3 Philadelphia.
Well, I think if you were going to give a player a goal like Lindros, he deserved it because he did a lot of work on the sideboard. You know, he kept control of the puck. He was very patient, and he just stayed right with it. So the Flyers again capitalized on the power play.
And then it was the response after, as Recchi with the great fake. And guess who goes to the net? He knows once he did the work along the boards, like Dorney said, go to the net, you'll somehow get the puck. If Recchi takes the shot, you'll get the rebound. But Recchi elected to make a real good pass to allow Lindros in close.
You know, Mark Recchi was quoted as saying he is a better passer than he is a goal scorer. And what we've seen tonight, I tend to agree with him. I mean, he's going to get his goals, but he makes some outstanding passes to set up teammates. So a 4-point night already for Mark Recchi.
All assists, tying Recchi to Desjardins. Leclerc's in the high slot. Recchi with it to Lindros. Back out to Recchi. Thought about the shot. Plays catch with Lindros. Recchi again. Thinking about it. His pass instead is to Desjardins. His pass is to Gagne in front. Lindros scores! Gagne spots Lindros. It's a power play goal, 4-2 Philadelphia.
Great passing on the perimeter. Recchi, Desjardins, they didn't panic with the puck. They didn't try to put the puck where it wasn't supposed to go. In other words, force the shot. They waited, and got the quality opportunity down close. It's a 3-on-2 down low with Gagne making the play.
Well, everybody felt pretty good about Gagne joining the Flyers power play because the ability to find the open man. Now, the Flyers used a lot of patience. They just waited to make that perfect pass. Now, if you just stop it right here. Now, here's Gagne. He's got his choice to try and get it over to Lindros. He waits, and then just puts a great pass. Meanwhile, Hackett had committed, and you saw him on both knees. Look at that. Stick on the ice. Wait for Hackett to go down, throw it up high. That's the touch of a surgeon right there. Well, that was well orchestrated. And you know what John Leclerc did? He knocked the stick right out of the hands of Guerin. So Guerin's playing without a stick in front of the net. So everything worked the right way for the Flyers in this two-man advantage.
Well, I'll tell you what, you put yourself in a position, not inside the net, when you put yourself for that.
Thank you, JJ. With the captain, how tough is that to swallow? Final minute of play and they get one against you.
Yeah, it's not a good goal for us to give up last couple minutes, but we got one goal lead heading into the last little bit here, so we got to turn it on. We got to keep the pressure going at their net and make sure they don't have much the other way.
What was said in the dressing room in the first intermission, because you really came out like gangbusters in the second period?
Well, we did well in the first 10 minutes of the first period, and then we let it go a little bit. We got back to our regular work ethic, and I thought we took the play pretty well to them in the second period, so we got to continue that for the third.
You say regular work ethic. How does that happen? How do you drop back into that style of play?
Well, I think it's just getting things in deep. When we try and get too fancy with the puck, you can't use our skill to get to the forecheck and to really make some things happen.
Looking at your power play goal, many want to know: do you feel 100% after what you went through? And if not, how close are you to 100%?
Well, our team's playing real well, and we're looking forward to a good third period here. And any way you can contribute is good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling stronger every game, and go at it that way.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. With the captain, Eric Lindros, we take a timeout.
The Flyers have outchanced them 15-0. Here's Renberg to Lindros. Shot, he scores! That chance finds the back of the net, and Lindros has given the Flyers a 3-2 lead.
The Flyers came out very quickly out of the zone. Good puck movement. McGillis up into Renberg, and then Renberg, he's the one that makes this play. He draws the defender towards him, and then right at the last second, he'll bring the puck right out into the center, and that allows Lindros to go with a one-timer.
You never want to allow a goaltender get set up in a set position. Some good work defensively, but the play Renberg makes to Lindros for a quick release, outstanding. Look at Lindros, right away, he fires it. I mean, you're not really looking to pick a spot, you're looking to get the puck on net. And when you release the puck quickly, similar to what John LeClair scored against Montreal, same thing, get it on net, you never know what'll happen. Rolson got a piece of it, but the Flyers, a huge goal and a 3-2 lead.
Third of the year for Lindros. His back, drops it off for Nedved. Nedved creamed by Lindros. The helmet comes flying, but the rush carries on. Now a penalty upcoming. Now Lindros is all tangled up with a Ranger, and now Schneider's 3 Rangers on 1. Renberg gets in there, and the Flyers do get there. Lindros taking some punches. Throwing them, I mean, and now we've got a mess at center ice. I could not identify the Ranger that was initially wrapped up with Lindros. Lindros had run.
Oh, it's Todd Harvey.
There's Harvey. And Harvey's probably fortunate that they...
Oh, he's cut very badly over the left eye.
Oh, yeah, Harvey did take the worst for the wear, even though he got some help from his teammates. Eric Lindros has had a history with the Rangers. There's no doubt about that. A couple of times he was suspended for offenses in Ranger games. One to Shane Churla and one to Nedved. In fact, last year here at this building when Neil Smith made some comments after that game. This hit, I thought the first one was clean. Let's get another look at it. That's a clean check.
That's a good check.
Harvey came over and Lindros was ready for him. And then the Rangers jumped in and the Flyers soon thereafter.
Very hard to say where he got cut there.
Oh, it might have been with those punches being thrown right about now. Right there. See, he was getting some punches in, or maybe it's right off the top.
He wasn't cut coming off the boards there.
Well, I'll tell you what, can you believe the game we're going to have Friday? This is just heating up.
Oh, yeah. Will be reaching for it, pokes at it, fail to try to keep it in. The Flyers clear, empty net. Lindros racing after, he'll get to it, the shot, score! Empty net goal, and the Flyers will win it.
Well, that was a burst of speed by Eric Lindros. He could smell that empty net, and dejection on the face of former coach Terry Murray. But, you know, you have to go back to what happened inside the blue line, the effort that Berube made in getting that puck out. I mean, he stayed with it, he chipped it out, and then it was just a race for that loose puck, which Lindros won.
You know, that was a heck of a play by Lindros when he got to the puck. I thought he would take the quick backhand, worried that the puck was going to go too deep, but he was very calm, actually went from backhand to forehand, and then drilled it high into the net.
Watch this play right here inside the blue line. Berube and finally Samuelson coming to help him out. There's that support. And then the empty net goal.
It in. Langkow to the puck. Langkow cutting in. Centered and Lindros scores! Oh, what a feed from Langkow. And then Lindros rips it home. Power play goal. 3-0 Philadelphia.
Damon Langkow once again with the great pass. He sees the ice so well, and on the back end, all he's going to do is flip it right back into the middle, allowing Eric Lindros to take the shot. But right now, as much as it's a great goal, the concern right now is for Eric Desjardins on the slash from Mike Ricci during the power play.
Well, a good keep in by the Flyers along the wall, with Recchi being responsible for that. But look at Lindros actually skating backwards, and the reason you do that is to get away from the defenseman, and he just one-timed it. You know, we were talking before the game, Coach, about Lindros saying, hey, you got to shoot the puck, man. You know, you can't keep passing all the time. With your shot, shoot it. Well, he rifles one that time. Shields, no chance on it. Was that another power play?
That was a power play.
Why not, eh?
Well, you know, it's so important to score in a 5-on-3.
It actually was on the 5-on-4 that they get the goal, but Lindros looking to create some more offense. Ahead to LeClair and now Renberg. And across the line, Renberg stops. Here's Lindros, the shot, saver, rebound, hit the post. Hit the post. Now LeClair backhander. Lindros tips it home. He scores. Persistence pays off for the big guy, and it's tied at 1.
It wasn't for lack of opportunity. Boy, not one, not two, but three. And it was actually the less of the three that is actually going to go in the net because it's just a matter of redirecting the puck.
Herbe made a wonderful save on the pass from Renberg to Lindros. Watch this save, and then on the wraparound, it wasn't a high-powered shot, but the direction was there. Here's the shot. Herbe makes a wonderful save, and then Lindros, Leclerc, Renberg very persistent. That was just a shovel pass in front and the deflection that beat Herbe.
3-1 Flyers after 2 right now, and you head in after the first period and you trail by 1, but second period seems to be your guys. You have some more goals than any other team. Why is that? And you get the equalizer.
Well, we got to the forecheck, we got our cycles going, and we got some pucks towards the net, and anytime you start firing towards the net, then good things happen.
The power play also has been so awesome, I'll use that word.
With the exception of the other night, yeah.
Right, well,
but
I already forgot about that. But
we didn't. We're 1 for 2 tonight, and Rico makes a great play to come behind and kind of hide in the weeds and come out to the side of the slot, and that's a great one-time where you let go. It was top shelf, and there wasn't any doubt about it.
And part of that is your patience to get him this pass on the power play too. And if he takes a moment, maybe Herbe's there.
Well, just keep firing towards the net and get things happen. Like I said before, it's not we haven't been doing anything real crazy or real spectacular out there. It's just some basics, and we're hanging on to the puck, and we're making solid plays.
Very good. I'll let you go in there.
Okay.
Good luck as you head to the third period. 3-1 after 2.
Couldn't clear. Good pinch by Desjardins. Puck bounces to Lindros. Lindros, the shot! Hudson the save, and it bounces in. They score! It hit Hudson, bounced high in the air, and then landed in the net. Power play goal, 1-0. Philadelphia.
If you want to get a lesson from this shot and this goal, the lesson is just shoot the puck. You never know what's going to happen as Lindros lets it go quickly.
Now the power play for the Flyers strikes again and the lead on their 11th shot. But watch Lindros now from this position, just fires it. Watch Hodgson. Look at his head, looking straight ahead. He has no idea where that puck is. It went straight up in the air and right behind him. Here's another look at it, where it's just a shot on goal. Say Hodgson, he still doesn't know where the puck is. Get out of the way, ref.
So Lindros, his 7th goal of the year. He snapped it in on goal and then celebrated. It took one hop and then with spin, it bounces in.
There's a good view of it. Follow the bouncing puck.
Oh, it hit him on the derriere, as Jimmy Jackson would say.
Eric Lindros with a power play goal, giving Philadelphia a 1-0 lead. He's downstairs right now with Pat Boyle.
Jim, thank you very much. I'm with the captain, Eric Lindros. The first 10 shots on Kevin Hobson, he looked a little shaky out there. Were you guys talking on the bench like, let's just fire the puck on net? Because he was making the saves, but he didn't seem too sure about it.
Well, yeah, this whole key is then you got a goaltender that just wants to stop the puck. There's going to be some rebounds, and we got to get to the net a little bit better. The rebounds are laying there, and we got to really make a strong effort to corral them and get them on net.
You seem to pick up some momentum after killing the two-man advantage for them, and you just get the power play and just put it on net.
Let's put it on net and got a lucky bounce there, but good things happen when you shoot it on net, and we'll take that, and we'll head to the dressing room. We've had a tough time killing these penalties, but we got to carry through for the next minute 25, and hopefully we can get through it and get back on track here.
These two teams have had some history in the playoffs, a lot of trades, and obviously hitting is something. We saw a little rough stuff at the end of that period. That's, I guess, what we expect when we see the Flyers and the Lightning.
Well, that's part of the game, and yeah, so there are going to be some spirited shifts out there, and we got to carry it through.
Eric, thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the way. 7th goal of the season for number 88 has the Flyers.
By the shot, Hudson the save. Power play is over. Lightning back to full strength. Leclerc tries a cross-ice pass, makes its way to Desjardins. His shot, deflection, score! Lindros redirects it past Hudson, and the Flyers lead it 3-1.
What a redirection this is. I mean, you come from having an unbelievable amount of opportunities on the power play to begin with. The power play is over. Tampa Bay's probably going, sigh of relief, we're still in this game. Then all of a sudden, Desjardins is going to wind up in, what a redirection by Eric Lindros.
Now, Coach, the only thing I can say here is the Flyers exhibited a lot of patience. I mean, throughout the power play, and then even when the teams were at full strength, they just kept maneuvering that puck around. Let's see if we can pick up Lindros now. There's the direction. It's all the angle of the stick. And Hodgson, no chance on that play. That's why you hover around the net. The defenseman gets the shot.
They're moving in now, circles back, finds finds Renberg, but it went on by his stick to the corner. Now Renberg to Lindros for the shot. He scores! Oh, those quick wrists for Lindros, and in it went 2-0 Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh. I mean, here it is. There it goes. And what work by Michael Renberg, watching Lindros coming late, and Lindros just snapped. You know, the other day, Coach, he said about the play Recchi made to him, and he just released it immediately. And Burke made an outstanding save. He said, I'm just going to keep shooting as soon as it reaches my stick. Now watch here as Lindros unloads that. Didn't see much of it, but maybe we get it from a different angle. There it is right there. Look at that. He doesn't even stop it. Just one motion, and before Trevor Kidd can set up, it's already by him.
It doesn't hurt to have that puck right in
In rapid succession, giving Philadelphia a 2-0 lead in the first period here in Florida. 9th of the year for Lindros. And the Flyers off to a good rush. The big slap shot. And Stalenkov able to stay with that and make the save. Puck back to the line. Desjardins shot deflected. Score! Lindros out high, able to get his stick on it. And the Flyers make it 5-0.
Well, he stayed in there. Lost the helmet, just kept playing the game like nothing had happened. And then, what great hand-eye coordination. As the puck came back to the point, it was skating back towards the point and still had an opportunity of redirecting that puck.
You know, a lot of times Eric Desjardins from his point position fires that puck high. But this time he kept it low, because all Lindros does is kind of circle, looking for a spot, some open space. Now there's the turnover. Here's Lindros right there. And see how the change of direction? It was right along the ice from, in fact, that was on the top of the circle where Lindros was cruising and got his stick on it. But watch, nobody pays any attention to him. Lindros actually coming out of the zone, and there's a deflection. And how do you do? Well, let's pick up another one.
Second of the night for Lindros, 10th of the year. Eric Lindros has joined us. Eric, congratulations on a couple of goals and a strong performance from the team thus far.
Yeah, guys are playing well. We're getting the puck up, and our trap is really creating a lot of turnover. So we're getting some jump the other way by playing good defense.
Eric, obviously the team has responded very well to a day off yesterday.
Well, we didn't play very well. I mean, we played okay in Tampa. We just didn't get too many breaks around the net, and we're frustrated with it. But we've come out tonight and made good with our chances. And Eric Desjardins again is making great plays from the point, finding guys with their finding the sticks, and we're getting around, getting some loose pucks, and we're putting some home.
I know you got the goal without your helmet. Was there any thought process whatsoever when you lost your helmet that you should get it on, considering your concussion problems in the past?
No, it's things like that happen. You play out the shift and move on.
Well, certainly you did a good job on that redirection.
Yeah, it was a great play by Rico to find me in the slot. That's it's a play that I got to make.
Well, you certainly made it. Eric, thanks for joining us.
Okay,
Good luck in the third. Eric Lindros, captain of the Flyers, 2 goals helping Philadelphia to the 5-0 lead after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with more from South Florida after these messages. Came, no one could control it. Now Desjardins to Leclerc behind the net. Tried to maneuver out in front. It skips there. Leclerc, the shot. He scores! Take that, Lindros. Lindros in front, able to ram it in. 1-0. Philadelphia. Lindros continues red hot.
Just go to the net. That's what you're taught to do when you're younger. If the puck is still active, it's still alive, go to the net. You never know when you're going to get it. And that's what Eric Lindros does right here. Goes to the net and picks up the garbage right off the pad of Glenn Healy.
Now that goal by Lindros ties with John Leclerc for the lead. But watch Healy now. He's looking behind, and he does not have that short side covered. See, when the puck is behind, it all starts with a good hit by Lindros and keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Looked like the Leafs had everything under control, but then the Flyers come right down the ice, and there's Lindros just jamming it in. But Healy just never, ever got to that right post to block the entry.
Van Biesbroek is fought off, and Leclerc will play it ahead to Lindros, charging through the neutral zone, drops it off for Recchi. Recchi in front, Lindros, he scores! 24 seconds into the game, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia.
Don't you like those give and goes? Just love the give and go. And you know what the big thing about this give and go is? That Lindros is going to dish the puck and then go to the net. Create the opportunity, put yourself in a position to score the goal, and this is a classic give and go. Eric Lindros and Mark Recchi.
Well, it started right from the Flyers end. Watch Lindros just going for the net, and he has a stick on the ice. Recchi spots the play all the way, and he's just getting it in front of the net. See, here's Lindros now going for the net. and just deflects it past Biron. So well orchestrated by the Flyers, and a 1-0 lead. So for Eric Lindros, takes the team lead with his 12th goal.
And for Mark Recchi is lead.
Back to Coach's Corner. As we had talked about in the first segment, we talked about how the face-off evolved. Well, now we're going to talk a little technique. And who better to talk technique when it comes to face-offs? One of the best face-off guys in the National Hockey League, Eric Lindros. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about what Eric looks for in moving the puck, whether over his left shoulder, over his right shoulder. So all of a sudden we're going to face off. What would you look for to go back on your back?
It's knowing your opponent and knowing, certain nights you got a guy like Michael Pekka who's really strong in his forehand. Other nights you got somebody who's strong in their backhand. Another big thing about face-offs is having wingers that are strong in the puck too. There are so many face-offs that are, they seem to end up halfway. And when you got a big guy like John LeClaire to come in there and hammer his stick down and get that puck back to the point, that adds to your percentage.
Are you going to try to nullify my stick in addition to be able to get that puck? I mean, will you take my stick away?
Well, first of all, I want to win. I want to win every draw, and sometimes you're not going to be in a position where you're going to win every draw, so you want to tie it up and then use your feet. But when I got a chance like this, I mean, we're lined up the wrong way, but when the linesman's over here, the referee's over here, and I'm strong to my backhand, even if it's in the defensive zone, Beezer knows or Bruce knows and I'm coming to my backhand, I'm gonna go with my bread and butter.
What are your thought processes on having that hand over?
Well, I got more strength pulling this way. Also, it confuses people too because I can go forward at times. I can grab the puck and even with this hand, shoot the puck forward with a little authority. So, even coming forward, and we have certain plays where Johnny jumps and picks up a puck, especially maybe 4-on-4 or another occasion. So, I'm just going to look at your stick. I'm going to focus on Dave's hand, and then
let's just try one.
When he comes in, I'm going to.
I thought I was close on that. I thought I was really close. Now one thing, we talk about body contact. You kind of get away with it sometimes. Maybe
Coachy.
No, just a little bit the odd time.
We're all friendly out there.
Let's take a look and see how that happens. So this.
That's enough, Coachy. Thanks for showing up at Eric's Corner.
Full strength. The pass for Delmore. Delmore cutting in. Lost control. Save Healy. Rebound. Where is it? Covered. Now it's in the net. They score. Somehow or other, it wound its way into the net, and the Flyers lead at 1-0.
Well, there's some complaining by Healy. He felt the puck was covered up, but the referee, Brad Watson, was right on the goal crease. He had a perfect view of it, and Lindros came in there late. I don't know if he got it or Lankow, but one of those guys shoved it in.
You know what's great about this is Lindros doesn't give up on it no matter until he hears the whistle. Delmore's going to carry the puck on net, but loses it. But look at Lindros, banging away, because he hasn't heard the whistle. That is a great job there by Eric Lindros.
Yeah, so I would believe then it would be Lindros's goal based on that replay. I mean, he just keeps jabbing away, and he finally goes in. So his persistence paid off for the Flyers as they grab a 1-0 lead.
13th of the year for the Flyers captain, Andy Delmore, and Damon Lankow will get helpers as the Flyers get the all-important first goal.
This is a wonderful view right here. See, it was between his legs. Healy closed the pads, and Lindros.
Lindros by Markov to the corner. They go. Gagne rolls it around for LeClaire. LeClaire waits. Pass to Recchi. Then Lindros scores! Recchi didn't mean that as a pass, but it deflected to him, and Lindros rams it in. 2 for Lindros, 2 for the Flyers. 2-0 Philadelphia.
This is a classic case of putting yourself in a position to score the goal. When the puck goes to the net, then everybody converges on the net. Now LeClaire's going to try to force that puck out front, and as Jimmy said, Recchi really didn't mean to do this. But when you ask him probably after the game, he will tell you, I tried to get that over to Lindros.
I don't know about that, but he may tell you that.
Right here, he's just going to fire that puck out front. Recchi's just going to try to direct the puck towards the net. But it actually goes off of his stick right over to Lindros, and it took a little speed off of it. So when it took the speed off, it allowed Lindros to knock it right out of the air.
It helped also because
the puck and cleared the zone, and here's Lindros. 2-on-1 with LeClaire. Lindros the shot. He scores! The hat trick and
'Some breathing room. It's 4-2 Philadelphia. The captain
understatement. That was a flat-out rocket. He had the ability, and Recchi is going to make the play inside the blue line. Little chip shot off the boards, and he had his mind made up. Flat out had his mind made up that he was going to take this shot.
Absolutely, and when you have that look, and you can never go wrong shooting the puck, he looked that way and said, I'm going to blast that high over the glove side, and Healy could just watch it hit Twine.
They get caught post as well as Twine.
That is the, again, see, as soon as Lindros hit the blue line, he looked. He saw where Leclerc was, said, hey, I think I'm in a better position to shoot it, and did he ever. And right now, we're going to have a long delay, and the three of us after the game are going down by the Zamboni entrance and get any kind of hat that we want.
Yeah, there are a ton of hats on the ice surface. This is the first chance Flyer fans have had to throw a hat on the ice surface for a Flyer in a long time. Flyers' last hat trick, you have to go back more than a calendar year, back to November the 29th, as John Leclerc had a hat trick against Vancouver. The Flyers get one from Eric Lindros, his 15th of the year from Mark Recchi, and for Eric Lindros, his 11th career hat trick.
Well, certainly that changes things very quickly. Let's take a look at our Toyota turning point. Boy, Eric Lindros, not a happy guy there, right there. But let's take a look at this. Toyota turning point is Lindros going to be able to get that puck, and then after Van Beesbroek had made those save at one end, Recchi with the pass off the boards. Oh yeah, it was a 2-on-1. Oh yeah, John Leclerc was with him. Oh yeah, there was an ability. No, no, no. Shoot the puck.
Now, one thing that has been of interest is the Flyers scoring 3 of their 4 goals from the line rush. But an important play by Recchi by getting the puck off the wall, because Lindros is already moving up ice, and away he goes. Now, right there, he was looking to see where John Leclerc was. Look at the position of Healy, and he blows it by him on the short side.
That was, as Steve Coach said, flat out a rocket. I mean, he just blew that one by Healy, and for the Flyers, a 4-2 lead with 1:06 to play. And for Eric Lindros, you noticed that almost 2 full years since his last hat trick.
Now there's the all-time hat tricks. Tim Kerr leading the way with 17. McClish in second spot, and that certainly isn't going to be in jeopardy with the likes of Lindros and Leclerc still playing.
Boy, I'd love to find out why he was so upset. We showed Eric Lindros very animated on the bench after he'd actually scored the goal, when you would assume that he'd be happy. Boy, he wasn't happy. He was really ticked off.
You know, from a goaltender standpoint, you never want to let one in on the short side.
Toronto net. Carpet 7. Headlining off the stick of Korolev. Oh, Korolev creamed by Lindros. He also got a piece of Mayer. Now Lindros checked by Karpatsev. Lindros goes right back after him, and here we go. Lindros and Karpatsev. Karpatsev not known for his fighting. Lindros gets the right in early. Now tries the left. Karpatsev trying to throw rights. Now right from Lindros. That one caught for sure. Karpatsev is in the hang-on mode at this point. The linesman Scapinello wanting desperately to get in there. Lindros another right in tight. And now left from Lindros. I mean, the linesman jumping in before those players were even close to being done. And now, of course, Karpatsev full of words for Lindros. He's the happiest guy in the world right there. I think that the linesmen were aggressive.
Well, it's certainly becoming commonplace to hear the crowd boo as soon as you see the referees come in there with the linesmen to break up the combatants. But what made Eric Lindros mad? He came in and he drilled Korolev. It was a dandy. Caught Korolev with his head down right at the blue line. But once this happened, watch the feet of Karpatsev. Right there, there's the hit. Now watch Lindros get up. He's going to skate back outside the zone. And right there, that's where Karpatsev gets the knee into Lindros. Right there, we're going to see 52. As Lindros goes down on his back, he's just going to come back outside the blue line, and right there, watch the leg. And that's what really irritated Eric Lindros. Knee to knee.
They always say the 3 most feared words in professional hockey is when the referee said, let him go. And Karpatsev, he was holding on for dear life.
There was a good look at Karpatsev going with a leg out, trying to get a piece of Lindros.
That's two great checks that Lindros has thrown. First, in the first period on Markov.
I think he might have got him with his stick.
Yeah, he got him on the first angle. It looked like he got him with his skate, but he got him with the stick that time. But still, hey, you know what? It's a cheap shot going back. There's no purpose in it, and Lindros took offense to it.
Here we go. Ty Domi further. Gagne from the corner to Leclerc. Leclerc for Lindros, and he scores! It's a one-goal game. Lindros, the power play goal. 5-4.
Well, John Leclerc's going to have his head up. He's going to look. And boy, I'll tell you what, he had to be very happy to look up and see Eric Lindros coming right off of the dot, going to the circle, nobody on him, and the opportunity to put the perfect pass. And from there, Eric knew exactly where that shot had to go.
That was a stunned Pat Quinn. See, when you use the back of the net and set up position there, you can see everything in front of you. And Lindros was moving in, and he just one-timed that. I mean, Joseph does not move on this play. See, everybody forgets about Lindros because you're looking at the man behind the net. And when you give Lindros time to unload that shot, he's very accurate. See, Volk is no good back at the point when he sees Lindros moving. Got to move in there and try and take him. And what a reaction from the bench. I can just hear him. Hey, guys, we're in it. We got an opportunity here.
2:25 on the clock. Pass, rink wide for Jones. Jones drops it for Desjardins. Desjardins cutting in for Lindros. He scores! Another beautiful setup from Desjardins. And Lindros is on the board. 4-1 Philadelphia.
Cairns had the play. He stayed right with Lindros the whole way. Now, don't take anything away from the Desjardins pass, because he waited, and he waited, and he waited right to the perfect moment. But Lindros does the right thing by keeping his stick on the ice. But how Cairns misjudged it, boy, we'll have to take a look at it.
Well, that's where you have to use some common sense in defending. You're not going to take Lindros physically, so you have to attack the stick. Cairns never did that. He's trying to get body position, and Lindros already moved ahead of him. But look at how Jones sizing up the situation, and all that time Desjardins has the puck. I mean, he just had his head up.
Back the other way. Pass ahead to John Leclerc. Leclerc rink wide off the stick of Lindros into the Atlanta zone. Chris Tamer back to get the puck, and Lindros gets in with a huge check. Lindros joining us is Eric Lindros. Eric, that was a physical first period.
Yeah, it was. We got into the forecheck a little bit. They gave the puck away, and we had some chances to get the puck on net. But we're just a hair off right now. But when we get the puck in deep and get by on their defenseman, I think we can cycle it.
Eric, when you have your first shift, are you thinking, I want to throw a good hit, kind of set the tempo of the game?
Well, I think the last game they had against Washington, they weren't feeling so well, and they wanted to come back out and have a real good start to their game and come back in and throw a big hit to get everybody going and make sure everybody's into the game is something you look forward to doing.
Eric, once again, headed back to the All-Star game, but this one's got to be a little special for you. You're going back to your hometown.
Yeah, I grew up an hour and a half away from Toronto and in London, Ontario, and when I was 9, my dad was transferred to Toronto to work, and so I've been living out of Toronto for quite some time, about 16 years now, and it's been great.
I'm sure it'll be a fun time for you, Eric. Congratulations on that All-Star bid. Good luck the rest of this game.
Thanks.
Eric Lindros, the Philadelphia Flyers. No score. Flyers and Thrashers after one period of play here at Phillips. By McGillis, Vernon the saving. And trying to bank it in was Lindros. Vernon was up to that. In front, Lindros poking at it. He scores! The light goes on. Lindros says he's got the goal. Keith Jones right in the middle of things. But it looks as though the Flyers have made it 2-1, although Lindros is talking with Terry Gregson. The light went on, but Gregson never did signal completely that it was a goal.
I think they're going to go upstairs, Jimmy. I don't think there's any indication right now from Terry Gregson whatsoever. He's going to say, guess what, boys? I'm going up. I'm not sure. He's not making any indication. John Leclerc and Mike Vernon having some words. There's not a lot of excitement in that face right now, as he's a little worried that goal, whether it is or not.
Now maybe we can have a look at it and see if it went in prior to going upstairs, but there's a mad scramble in front of the net. Some, again, excellent work by John Leclerc. Yeah, I can't see the puck at all. Well, you always have the top view. Can't see where the puck is at all in that play.
Doesn't help that the Panthers are wearing those third jerseys, but now I believe they've just pointed goal. They have. It is a goal.
Scored by number 88, Eric Lindros.
Well,
Did that hit Vernon in the chest?
it may have crossed the plane. See, once the puck crosses that line, even if the goaltender makes the save, it's
right
in
there.
There it is. So it's definitely over the line, even though Vernon has possession of that puck.
And obviously, because Vernon's chest is behind the goal line, oh yeah, he made a save. The only problem was after it crossed the goal line. And like Jimmy said, very tough to pick up because the Panthers are wearing those deep blue sweaters, but it's definitely a goal. And Eric Lindros.
Power play payoff contested. Lindros rams into Svela. Here come all the Panthers at Lindros. Simpson and Laws Flyers have to get there. LeClaire and Gagne get in there. Lindros now has settled on one player. Now another Panther comes in. Now it's Lindros, fresh from a mild concussion with Reed Simpson, who can throw him. Now a left from Simpson, a right from Lindros. Oh, there's a right from Lindros that caught Simpson. Now they're in tight along the boards. Simpson trying to get that left in. Now Lindros has his left free, but Simpson dragging. No, Lindros got a right in underneath, and the linesmen jump in. Other players are milling around as well. Laws is the only one out there who's known for his fistic abilities. Lindros is cut. I believe it was from his helmet. And Lindros hears it from the crowd. He just ran over Svela, and the Panthers, they didn't like that at all, and so they all went after him.
Tell you what, this crowd here is alive.
Oh, and deservingly, they're getting what they want. They love the scoring. They love the hitting. They love the fisticuffs.
It was a race to Lindros, Simpson and Laws. The Flyers then got there to help out Lindros to make it one-on-one, and then it just became Simpson and Lindros. Third fight of the year for Lindros. Well, he has certainly answered the question about whether he would let his third concussion affect his style of play. He has been extremely physical in this game.
Just run on instinct like we had talked before, and the instinct there is to take the body, turn around, and all of a sudden everybody wanted to go with him. He just dropped the gloves.
To move back the other way. LeClaire in deep center. Lindros, shot, score! Oh, laser beam from Lindros, and there they go. The Twin Towers, just like that, take the Flyers from behind to in front.
There's a guy you just don't want to let the opportunity to wind up. Look, then let it go. I mean, Eric Lindros shoots the puck as well as anybody in the league. And here, he gets the puck, he looks, he sets up, and then has the opportunity to wind up. And certainly with this shot, this was a dandy.
Well, the guy that made the play, John LeClaire, see how he's looking right now? There's Lindros in the slot, and the defender actually skated away from him. And I think if you look at it again, I don't know if we can see the defender, but he skated right in front of the goaltender and set up a partial screen. But Lindros made absolutely no mistake in that. But hats off to
There's captain Eric Lindros. Eric, first period, one of those seesaw affairs. You got the two to get him back, but you hate to give up that goal late.
Yeah, that's tough to swallow, but we're in good shape. We got a bad bounce on their first goal, went off the skate off the side of the net. But those things happen. We battled back. We got a couple of quick ones, and we're treading water right now. We're all even. We're looking forward to the next two.
Eric, John LeClaire really put it right on your stick there.
Yeah.
And, you know, you used that slap shot. Everybody says that a slap shot is not very accurate, but it certainly wasn't that play. Run us through this one.
Well, the plays made by Jonesy kind of going to the net, and took their defenseman with them, and it gave me a nice lane to the net. So when Johnny puts the puck in the tape like that, you got a great chance to score, and got lucky that time, I guess.
Eric, we haven't talked to you about the addition of Keith Primo yet. Obviously, you guys both scoring here in this first period. Talk to us about what the elements that he brings to this club.
Well, he's another guy that's big and strong. He can does real well on his face-offs. He's got a touch around the net. He's not going to take any crap from anybody. You saw what happened with guys like Corson and in the previous game, Simpson. I mean, he's a big, strong man. He looks out for people on the ice as well as himself. And he does it all. I mean, he kills penalties. He'll be on the power play doing a great job. And we had to give up a great friend and a great player to get someone like Keith, but the trades worked out.
All right, Eric, congratulations in the goal. Good luck the rest of the hockey game.
Thanks, guys.
Eric Lindros involved with a goal and very physically in this game as well. And here, collides with Jeff Hackett. Back with more from the Molson Center. After there's McGillis thinking about the shot, but instead, he flings it in front. It deflects in, they score! Lindros just took a whack at it. It bounced off a duck and in after all those chances. A dirty but good goal, and we're tied at 3 on the power play goal.
8-ball side pocket.
Thank you, Kevin Haller.
That puck was going to go so wide as Lindros had the opportunity to swing around. It came right to him, right to the right of Hebert, and then all of a sudden
it's Leclerc's skate.
Well, let's take a look.
No way. Not even close. That was Kevin Haller all the way.
Well, McGillis is going to just take the shot on that, but watch this. See that? That puck was going to go straight across the goal crease area, but bang, right off of the skate. How many times have we seen that?
I'm Gordie Howe today. Okay, I'm Gretzky today. You're always Gretzky. No, I'm always Korea. You think we could beat these kids?
I don't know. They're getting so much bigger and faster these days.
And combine that with their skills.
So here comes Yager again. Yager goes coast to coast and a goal. He shoots and scores! Murray, he's got a breakaway. Shoots, scores! Korea on the doorstep. He scores! What a spectacular play! Lindros got the puck to Lindros. Score! Eric Lindros!
Hey guys, you're starting to sound like old men. We were pretty good in our days, remember.
No one could forget you, Gordie. You set the standard.
Gordie Howe on the right. Passes to Howe. Howe shoots. He scores! Gordie Howe is hockey's all-time leading goal scorer.
Mario, what about the night you scored 5 goals?
Mario Lemieux trying to fool Bork and does. Look out! Scores!
Hey, it wasn't easy chasing all the Wayne's records.
Back in front of Gretzky. He scores! Wayne Gretzky's NHL record book is now complete.
Yeah, you know, records are great, but nothing like lifting the cup.
Well, there's not a young hockey player that wouldn't love to have his name on that cup.
I still get a thrill out of watching the boys skate, whether it's in the pros or on the pond.
Yeah, this is what the game's all about. Anybody miss it?
Absolutely. How can you not? Hey, you guys bring your gear? Yeah, lace them up.
Yeah, come on, join us.
No, thanks, boys. It's your turn now.
Hey, boys.
Well, 6'3" is okay, but let's talk about the big boys here. 6'5", Eric Lindros. I love this guy. This guy deserves to be here. This is a game designed for the small, fleet of foot, skilled forward. Eric Lindros is a power forward, 6'5", 240 pounds. He runs into people. He's a great forechecker. He'll scrap if he has to. But what makes this guy special, because lots of guys can do that, this guy is an offensive threat every time he steps on the ice. Tonight you saw this all-star game, best defenseman in the world against him. Look at this. Through the legs, jumps the other side. That's a Paul Kariya move like that. Almost scored on. That would have been the goal of the night as far as I'm concerned. The total package. That's why Philadelphia this year has got a really good chance of winning the Stanley Cup.
You wouldn't say they're going to win it?
I know. I said a really good chance.
Just check.
That's close to almost for
Guys,
sure.
This is the All-Star game. We don't have anybody winning the Stanley Cup yet. Eric Lindros, you saw just how powerful and great he was there. Well, we had him on the pond for a few hours yesterday. It was Gretzky, Lemieux, Howe, Lindros, Bure, Yager, and Korea. When we come back, we'll let you know whether or not these guys can act. It's coming up next.
You guys miss it?
Absolutely.
All my life.
Anybody miss it?
Absolutely. How can you not?
That was good, Gordy.
Good job, Gordy. No one could forget you, Gordy. That's my line.
I told you.
I know, I don't want to.
Skate.
Faster.
You guys bring your gear? Yeah, lace them up.
Come on, join us.
Wow, Pavel, that was weak.
No, but we don't have to say that right now, right?
Oh, sorry. Yogs, a little energy, Yogs.
A little more excitement, guys.
Don't break the ice.
Well, we're not open with Howe, Gretzky, and Lemieux on the ice with the stars of the current day. Here's some of the other stuff you missed.
I know. That's a camera crew.
A lot of future Robert De Niro's. A number of Robert De Niro's.
The good news, it's going to get dark.
I don't fish.
What are we doing? We're doing the... Oh!
Good, you welding?
A little bit longer, right?
You welding?
I don't think you got it all. We should try it. One more, do it. Take two. Come on.
No. Sometimes our Mr. Lindros' team behind right now.
Well, it sure is good to see Eric Lindros enjoying himself. He missed last night's FedEx Skills competition with these real acute sinus headaches. Couldn't even make it here to the rink, but he looks like he's fine. He is one of the players that is mic'd for this game, and if you listen to some of the comments, you'll know that he is having fun.
Come on, Jared. Bury that. Bury it. Come on, Wallery. Pull it off somebody's pad, Wallery. Yeah. We're on the board. Good shift, Eric.
Yeah, boy, Eric,
good shift, Eric. Way to want it. Way to be hungry, Eric.
That was Brendan Shanahan busting on him, as he is often known to do. So nothing is sacred and nobody is safe when you're on the hockey bench or in a hockey locker room, including all-star games and all-star benches.
His sixth all-star game, Eric Lindros, and he can take and give. There's Mr. Messier coming over. There are a couple of bruisers right there, sitting side by side.
That one hits Gagne, who then could not find the puck. Lindros does, and he scored! Oh, the laser job from Lindros. Power play goal, 1-0 Philadelphia.
You think having a good wrist shot is going to help you in the National Hockey League? Do you think the quick release will help you in the National Hockey League? Right there, you see it. That puck's just bouncing around after the initial shot by Recchi. Lindros just bang, quick wrist shot. Joseph has no chance.
It's one of those broken plays that turned out very well for the Flyers. You know, Lindros and Recchi were going back and forth, and Lindros moved from this position to this more to the center of the ice, have a better angle, and he absolutely ripped that past Joseph. He made sure he had good control of that puck, lifted the head, picked the spot, and away it goes. So a power play goal for the Flyers opens up this game. See, you notice how Joseph was looking around his defenseman, trying to pick up where the puck was located, and I don't even think he even saw it.
Oh no, and you know, the way Lindros finished, he finished high. He wanted that puck to go high. He was, in his mind, he knows he'd been
period of play. Downstairs with us is Flyers captain Eric Lindros. Eric, you talk about special teams being important. A power play goal, a shorthanded goal. That was really the story in period number one.
Well, we killed off a couple early, and you know, we still got a little bit to go in this one, but Simone came up with a real good effort off Primo passing the puck up the middle. In our power play, I thought our first one we had a couple of good chances, and we ended up scoring our second. So yeah, it has worked out for us so far.
Eric, on your goal, did you get all of that one?
You know that feeling, Dorney?
No, I've never had that feeling.
He wishes he did, Eric.
I only dreamed about shots like that.
Well, he's got a pile of people in front, and he seems to go down on his butterfly a little bit, and if he can get it up, you know, I went 5-hole the first couple shots, but didn't have any luck. Luke had a good rebound, but tried another spot.
You know, is this game, when you're thinking about the fact that this has been a pretty good rivalry over the last couple of years, you know you've got to face this team down the road. Gives you a little bit of an idea how good you are playing the Leafs here tonight.
I think so. It's a big test for us. We haven't played well of late in the last 12 games or so, but we got a big test tonight. We had a good break, and we're looking forward to this game. And we got off to a good start, and we got to keep it up for another 40 minutes.
All right, Eric, thanks for taking time out to talk with us. Eric Lindros, 1 of 2, fly back up. Knocked down again, but still able to get the puck back to McGillis. The big slap shot, score! May have been deflected in front, and the Flyers take the lead 4-2.
I can give a lot of marks to John LeClair. Gets knocked down, gets up, feeds the point. Now see if we can pick it up. May have been Lindros or Jones.
I thought Jones got a piece of it myself, but let's see.
It could have been a double hit.
No, it wasn't Jones.
It's Lindros. It's
Yep.
Lindros that gets that goal.
It dipped off his stick. Well, Lindros, that would be his 2nd of the game, his 7th of the year against Toronto. And of course, he's from nearby London and has lots of friends and family on hand. We assume that'll eventually be number 22 for Eric Lindros this year.
This will give you a better look. Watch the stick. We can get Keith Jones to move out of the way very quickly. There he is. And you see that he did get a little bit of that.
Pass from Kenny Janssen looking for his brother Jürgen Janssen. Didn't get it. 2-on-1 the other way. Lindros with Langkow. Lindros the shot. Weeks the same rebound sitting there. Lindros the shot. Same rebound. Score! If at first you don't succeed, try again. And now Langkow gets involved with several Islanders in front. Langkow, Cherkasky creating some jabs. It is a goal for Philadelphia. Short-handed tally for Lindros. The game is tied at 1, and now we've got rhubarb behind the Islander net.
I love Lankow's spunk. Boy, I love when he does that.
Well, he got drilled, Dorney. I mean, he went to the net. He was like the decoy as Lindros took advantage of Langkow being the decoy, gets the shot on net. But give Lindros an awful lot of credit. Not 1, not 2. I think it was up into the 4 and 5 opportunities. I mean, he just kept whacking at it.
Yeah, he just stayed with it, and that's the sign of a guy that can score goals instead of peeling off. Just remain stationary by the net and keep whacking at that puck, and finally he was rewarded for that work.
Short-handed tally for the captain.
Now see how Lindros goes to center ice. There's the initial shot. Then Langkow gets a piece, and that's 1, 2. And on the 3rd attempt, Lindros puts it home on the backhand. And then, of course, the aftermath, which is always fun watching, especially when we're sitting up here.
Yeah. A lot of fun from up here.
Watch Janssen. He can't make the move because he's worried about Langkow. Now, a lot of coaches will tell you that Janssen should just go to Lindros. Don't worry about anything else. Just take away the opportunity and then worry about Langkow later on. But in this circumstance, Janssen had to stay in between. Let's count again. How many times is it again?
3 or 4.
Important thing is it wound up in the net. Lindros gets his 23rd goal of the year. Someone to give the puck to. Back to Desjardins. Shot blocked. Second try. Chopped it down low. Jones. Center. Lindros. Shot. He scores! It did not take them long. Just 55 seconds in. 1-0 Philadelphia.
Boy, the Flyers are very fortunate to keep this puck in right where Eric Desjardins is going to keep it inside the blue line. But what a great pass by Keith Jones as he just looked up, saw Lindros. And from there, Lindros with a super shot to beat Colsey.
Well, it's always a bonus when you score on your opening shift. And see how everybody is up top of the net. That only leaves a 2-on-1 down low. And Lindros really got help when it clipped the skate of number 19, Brendan Witt, and actually changed direction and gave Lindros a better shot at it. And he made no mistake, low to the stick side.
24th of the year for Lindros.
Eric Lindros, we asked him, still the number 1 netminder?
I look at it as everybody together. Everybody. It's funny around Philly. As soon as things go bad, it's always pointing fingers at, goaltending, or is it this or is it that. I mean, right off the bat, I don't see our goaltending as a big problem.
His Bees are still number 1.
I think so. I have to believe so. I think so. Not only does he play well in the net, but he's such a presence in the dressing room. Even when he's backing up, he's some nights where things just aren't there in the dressing room. You're trying to get things going. He's one of the guys that you can feed off.
So the captain still for Van Beesbrook.
The fumble was recovered by Michael Renberg, and he got the puck out of the zone. Flyers intercept Jones to Leclaire. Leclaire turning with it. Center Lindros shot. He scores! Welcome back, Big E, and Leclaire with a great setup. 2-0 Philadelphia.
This is John Leclaire here because he had the patience to wait. He waited, and when Lindros finally got to the front of the net, Leclaire puts the perfect backhand pass onto the stick.
Well, it started right by Jones with a pass to Leclaire. Now here's the patience of John Leclaire. He just waited, and John Leclaire got that puck past the stick of Raymond Bourque. And the coverage on Lindros, well, you've got to lift the stick. Lindros is so strong, he couldn't lift his stick. I believe it was Mann that had a hold of him. He tried to lift it, couldn't budge it.
Well, for John Leclaire, a beautiful assist. Desjardins waiting, finds Recchi. Recchi the pass. Lindros the shot, he scores! Oh, the laser beam from Lindros. Power play goal, it's 2-1.
Well, the passing and the patience, I think, is the most important thing here, where they didn't take the stupid shot. They waited for the perfect opportunity to get somebody open, Lindros being the guy and the perfect guy in this situation.
Well, if you want to have Lindros at a spot, it's right on the circle for the shot. You want to let the other guys handle the puck, because that is a real strength of Lindros, is the quick release. And he's got something on it when he fires that puck. But here it is in the corner right now, and now he's going to just jockey for position. Look at the shooting position. He gets it, releases it, follows through with the target, and move the Flyers to within 1 goal of Tampa Bay.
That goes down as a pretty good snapshot there. He rolled the wrist.
Help Gagne out in that play.
Recchi to Lindros, shot, score! Another laser from Lindros. Power play goal, 3-1 Philadelphia.
You know, Lindros, what he did on that play, he got into open space, away from any Washington Capital, and as Ron Wilson looks on, he said, oh boy, we're in trouble, because that was a one-timer, and Lindros just overpowered Kolchak on this play.
Well, you know the key too, look at the pass. The pass by Mark Recchi is right there, and what's the release? You see that? The puck is, he didn't even have to slow down. Skated into it, and that allows him to take that good shot.
Now there's another example of Mark Recchi and how he can set up plays using the backhand, you know, instead of turning around going to the forehand. Now, if you just stop it right there, see how he drags 2 players to him, and here's Lindros getting away from traffic, and whack it. Whoa, did he fire that?
Water bottle.
Several hits. Let's go downstairs to Pat Boyle.
That is the captain, Eric Lindros, joining me now, giving some congratulations to Rick Tocchet, who was #1 star tonight. So many stars out on that ice, Eric, and there was a sense of energy, a sense of excitement in this building because of his return.
Well, anytime you get a guy like Rick Tocchet back on your side, he has a lot of charisma. He works hard. He's a digger. He's a grinder. He works, fits in perfect with our system, which is along the boards and cycles down deep.
This is a huge win for you guys, considering how hot Washington was coming in, and considering you guys come off a tough game last night and flying back in the middle of the night.
In late, but guys pulled it out. You know, we hung tight in there for a long time, and we ended up getting a couple there late in the third period. And a big goal by Chino. Those are great to have come your way. It was a great move he made, and I guess you're looking at Rex setting me up in the slot. So, you know, we had some chances in the power play, and it was about time that. We got 2 to net. Rick was camped out in front, and Sally made a great play to get it to him, and his persistence, bashing it at the net paid off. He found a hole.
Right before that, also an important kill for you guys. You guys are up 2-1, and you hold them off. You don't ever want to see an extra man on the ice called, but it's something that you guys were able to do, and that was kind of another turning point. There was a lot of subtle, unsung heroes in this one.
Well, you got to kill them off. there's going to be some good penalties, there's going to be some bad penalties, but yeah, the object is to kill them all off, and I think our special teams, it's a big difference tonight as far as what happened. The goal that they scored did come at the end of a shorthanded situation for us, but looking at it statistically, I think we're up 2-0.
Hey, thanks a lot, Eric. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Huge win for the Flyers. Back upstairs to you, Jim.
Lots of smile.
Right, the first time we hear from number 88 in over a week. In 8 years in Philadelphia, Eric Lindros has missed 129 games due to injury, and 30 of those games were missed due to concussions in the last 2 years. The latest concussion being a grade 2 concussion diagnosed yesterday by specialist Dr. James Kelly of Chicago, who says the best case scenario has Eric Lindros back in uniform for the second round of the playoffs. This morning in Voorhees, Lindros met with his teammates for about 5 to 10 minutes, updating his condition. Eric didn't meet with Bob Clark, who was also at the practice facility at the same time. Pat Boyle reports on the latest rift between the Flyers captain and management, which centers around his recent medical treatment.
Hockey shouldn't be like this. Hockey should be just strap on and skates, go out and play. You get hurt, you heal, you get back out and play. All this other stuff is really frustrating. And, I haven't said anything in the past, and I'm just, that's it. I boiled over. I'm really unhappy about what's going on here.
Lindros is upset with his treatment from the Flyers medical staff. While he admits that he wasn't completely assertive with doctors at all times, he said he did tell the training staff that he was suffering from headaches, nausea, and at times memory loss, and that he wasn't going to take himself out of the lineup. Rather, he wanted the team to make that call.
I knew that things weren't real good. Then I tried to explain through my symptoms that things were not real good, but I was not going to pull myself out of the game. I knew that if I told my dad or my agent what went on, that he would, I wouldn't be playing. And that's not the situation that I wanted to have. I wanted the team to pull me out. Because you know what happens around here when my dad gets involved, and it's just a big headache. It's too bad. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that occurred, and it's really unfortunate.
Eric really concealed this, which in a way is a credit to Eric because he wanted to play. At the same time, I feel bad that it happened because it might have added to the length of recovery time, from what I understand. But Eric wanted to play hockey, and I think he wanted to just shrug it off and felt that it would go away. And our doctors can't read minds. Maybe they could have done something further, but I'm satisfied that they did everything that I would expect them to do.
I kept going for a couple of reasons. First, I'd missed 5 games, and I wanted to keep playing. That's the mentality of a player. I think everything's going to be fine. It's going to go away, and you just keep playing. And we're in the middle of a position to trade for Ray Bourque, and we're in Boston, and I didn't want that affecting the trade. And as the week went on, I was just hoping that the team would take me out, knowing what went on.
Right now, he's still suffering the effects of concussion. So this is a grade 2 on the Academy of Neurology scale, the grading scale, with lingering symptoms that were worsened by his going back prematurely.
Lindros says he will follow the guidelines that concussion specialist Dr. James Kelly has set forth. No activity for at least the next 2 weeks. Then, after tapering off the medication, if there are no post-concussion symptoms, he may begin light activity. As for returning to the team in the postseason, that appears to be overly optimistic.
I don't want to say that it's not possible for him to return to the playoffs, but I think realistically we're looking at a span of time here that we have to be erring on the conservative side.
From your evaluation over the last 72 hours, you don't believe this to be career-threatening, but you need to see him again before you can absolutely determine that.
That's right.
Pat Boyle, thank you. And the Flyers public relations staff released the following statement this evening, quote, based upon Eric Lindros' comments today, it is obvious that he and the Philadelphia Flyers have different perspectives concerning the medical judgments that were made following his most recent injury. However, this is in no way impacts upon the high level of confidence we have in the integrity and skill of our training staff and medical team. In light of Dr. Kelly's conclusions, we are moving forward under his guidelines and are looking forward to Eric's complete recovery. Our responsibility now is to minimize any further distractions so that our team can give its full attention to preparing for the upcoming playoffs. The statement was simply signed, Flyers. Dr. Kelly will examine Eric again in 1 month. As for
those who thought Eric Lindros had already played his final game as a Flyer are badly mistaken. 48 hours after being medically cleared to practice, he'll play tonight. The E-Train stops in New Jersey next.
The following is an exclusive presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
He entered the league with great promise and even greater expectation.
The Quebec Nordiques are very proud to select as first pick overall Eric Lindros.
It was only a matter of time before he grabbed the torch from hockey's legends. Size, skill, and a mean streak made Eric Lindros hockey's next one. But Lindros quickly found more disappointment than success. An endless string of injuries knocked him out, while controversy followed him everywhere. After being removed as team captain, his season and his tenure with the Flyers seemed over. Meanwhile, the Flyers met every playoff challenge with victory. And tonight, they face perhaps their greatest challenge, welcoming back Eric Lindros without skipping a beat. Tonight on Continental Airlines Arena ice, Eric Lindros will play his first game in 73 days and skate out there for the first time since being stripped of his captaincy. This is ESPN's exclusive coverage, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Hi, everybody, and welcome to National playing in a Game 7. Back behind the net, there is Lindros. The first collision of the night with Scott Stevens comes in the final half minute, and there it is, a goal! Eric Lindros has the Flyers on the board, and don't go anywhere. 30 seconds left in regulation. Lindros scores. It's a 2-1 hockey game.
And they had sustained pressure. Working that puck down low. Eric, the right-hand shot, has got himself set up on the left side of our screen. He's going to come into the play behind the net. There he is. He was the one that made the hit on the left side, excuse me. And then got the puck back and high over the shoulder of the goaltender, Marty Brodeur. Brodeur doesn't find the puck right here. He's looking. He doesn't even know that's in the net until it whizzes by his left shoulder. Lindros made a play in the corner. Took a hit to make a play. Gets the puck, and this is what Lindros brings to the table. Not only a big menacing presence, but the fact of the matter is he got that puck up real quick and in the right spot with hardly a wind-up, so it couldn't be poked off his stick.
Timeout, Philadelphia. For Lindros, his performance tonight overall has been as good as you could have expected. He's shown the real signs, and you have to think that should a Game 7 be necessary, he would be that much better on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were shocked enough to think that he was going to play Game 6. I mean, my thinking was, I'm going to lay this out there, I believe that if he didn't play Game 6, or he told the coach that he wasn't ready for this one, I don't believe that they were going to play him for Game 7. That's just my thought. So he had to play Game 6 in case there was going to be a Game 7. Well, we have 30.1 seconds remaining, and Lindros and the Flyers are still alive. This puck is on edge, and it's cupped on the blade. So it's basically in a butterfly motion, super slow over the shoulder of Brodeur. Brodeur has really struggled with the stuff behind the net.
Okay, he's bumped.